Let's get to Scotty Moore, the congressional candidate, Florida's District 9 in Orange County. District 9 has a strong Puerto Rican community. It's Dem plus 8, has an incumbent Democrat, Darren Soto. So this week they banned Scotty Moore entry to the congressional debate because he did not have the vaccine. D9 is now a battleground MAGA congressional race. Scotty, thanks for being with us.
Honored to be on your show. Thank you so much for your important voice in the conservative movement. We need you to speak out, so keep speaking out. Thank you very much.
Okay. Tell me about they wouldn't let you debate because you're not vaccinated. Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
Yeah, remind me again, is this March of 2020? Or are we in September of 2022? Because I'm a little confused here. That's exactly how I felt. When we walked in, so we had set up this debate. They had asked us. We agreed. Of course, we'd been prepared. I was walking in the day of, thinking through. They said, hey, there's not going to be a studio audience. It's just going to be the moderator, Congressman Soto, and myself. Even my team was going to be in a separate spot. Of course, it was supposed to be at 10:30 in the morning, so we got there a little earlier. When we walked in, they had us fill out a health form. You know those health forms? Are you sick? Have you been around anybody? I hadn't had to fill one of those out in forever, very, very long time. And remember, we live in the free state of Florida here. So, of course, we just, filled that out. My mind is focused on what I'm going to be saying, talking points, making sure that we deliver what's important to the American people. The last question on the form is, are you fully vaccinated, in parentheses, according to the definition of the CDC? Because I was ready to say yes, because I'm fully vaccinated as far as natural immunity goes. I've already had it. We know that natural immunity is even better than the vaccination. It sticks with their antibodies. But according to the CDC, no. In fact, actually, no one in that building is fully vaccinated according to the CDC, because they just said that you need a third booster, the fifth shot. And most people hadn't even gotten that fifth shot there. So, but nevertheless, I said, no, I'm not. And I turned in the forms. We're waiting. And the person up at the front desk said, hey, I see that one or two of you aren't vaccinated. Will you put on a mask? And I said, no, I'm not going to wear a mask. This is crazy. No. And so we were waiting for the debate to get started. And then they came out and said, the debate's been postponed. We're not going to have it today. Mr. Moore is not vaccinated. We can't have any unvaccinated people in the building. And so we offered, said, listen, we'll take a rapid test. We'll prove to you that we're fine, that there's nothing. And they said, no. We said, hey, let's have this in open air. Let's just move it. We'll do it right now. We can do this. They said, no. I reminded them, I said, let me talk to the GM. Let me talk to the person in charge here. And I said to both of them, the person who first talked to me and then the GM, said, you do realize that according to the CDC, there is no difference between unvaccinated and vaccinated people. In fact, Fauci, who they tend to tell everyone about and think that he is awesome, has said that vaccinated people have the same viral load in their nasopharynx as an unvaccinated person. They can catch and transmit. There's no difference right now. And so they still wouldn't let me. And so I was silenced. I was not able to continue to speak and talk in front of the Congressional District 9 to let the people know the difference between Democrat Darren Soto, who votes 100% of the time with Nancy Pelosi, and me, and how, listen, we have two different versions of America right now, and this brings to the forefront of what the radical left has been trying to do and continue to want to do.
So, Scotty, tell us about the makeup of the district, Orange County. Is that outside of Orlando? Where's that? Give us the
it's part of Orlando. It's South Orange County. So it's part of South downtown Orlando. It involves SeaWorld, involves the Lake Nona area, and then into Osceola County, which involves Kissimmee and St. Cloud and Poinciana, all of Osceola, and then even a sliver of Polk County. And so, yes, there are a number of Latin Americans, but not just Puerto Ricans. We have Colombians. We have Brazilians. A lot of people may not know this, but I lived and worked for a very number amount of years in Brazil. My wife is Brazilian. I actually learned Portuguese on the streets of Brazil. People don't know, but the white guy with the red beard fala português fluentemente. Eu aprendi nas ruas do Brasil. Eu tinha que aprender na hora aí no Brasil. But what they also don't know is eu também hablo espanhol. Eu hablo portanhol, que é uma combinação de espanhol and português. But so they're kind of expecting this white guy to not speak that out. But yeah, there are it's a high number of Latinos, but I tell you what, these Latin Americans have a high value for family, for work, for freedom. These are the things that we care about. Our kids are being indoctrinated. They care very much about that. So do all Americans. Parents are being labeled domestic terrorists. We all care about that. They're all having to make hard decisions based on school supplies, starting school, filling their car up with gas, buying food for the family, cost of goods everywhere, not just the supermarket, but the supply chain, everything is going through the roof. And by the way, the power of the dollar and our retirement, if you haven't looked at your retirement lately, is going down. These are things that regardless of the ethnicity breakdown, regardless of the party breakdown, if you're Democrat, Republican, or independent, we all care about these things. And this is what the left is not trying to talk about because they can't defend it. It's on their watch that they've allowed this to happen.
Well, I tell you what, Scotty, you're in a position now where, I mean, I'm sure you've gone to the media with this, but look, this is the way I look at what went down. You're standing up for what you believe in, and those that were not going to vote for you anyway, they're just not going to vote for you because you're not vaccinated. So they're going to vote for the incumbent. But I think looking at this and what you're doing, I mean, this is one of those districts where you got a very significant Latino community. If you can get 50% of those and hold your Republican base together, you've got an opportunity to win.
Yeah. Well, you know, the numbers say different games in the actual pulse on the field, and we know this because we've seen it all across the United States. Look at Mayra Flores in Texas. You know, a lot of people said they wrote that off because they looked at the numbers. They said, hey, this is a Democrat-held seat for over 150 years. But guess what? It flipped Republican because a lot of times people are looking at numbers, but they're not putting the pulse on the ground of the anger, the frustration, the reality that the left continues to have this smokescreen, this diversion, this political theater. You know, they'll visit the border, but they won't do anything about the border. You know, they'll talk about, hey, we're redefining what rescission is. We're redefining what a woman is. We're not rebuilding the wall. We're just patching certain things. You know, that's what they do, this smokescreen, and the people are sick of it. I really believe that if you were here in my district, you would see and talk to the people that Darren Soto has been no-show Soto. He's not around. He's not done anything. The people are frustrated. And him having a Latino last name is not going to carry the day. You know, he doesn't best represent, just because he has a Latino last name, where is he representing, engaging? People are disappointed. They're confused. They're not seeing him and show up and bring relief. And that's where I believe we have a moment here, and I need everyone's help to engage. If you go to ScottyMoreForCongress.com, Scotty with a Y, if you go to my social medias, you'll see the energy. We're doing videos. We're talking. I was just at a Puerto Rican parade this past weekend with my wife, my Brazilian wife. I was trying to explain to her, I'm like, hey, she's Brazilian. She's not Puerto Rican, but I still have family in Latin America. I understand. I lived in Latin America. We understand that even though it's not the same, Latin America is very diverse. Cubans are different than Venezuelans, which are different than Colombians, which are different than Puerto Ricans, which are different than Brazilians, you know, but there's a lot of things that unite them: family, hard work, caring for our future, passing on a legacy, wanting to build a business and have a business and not have the government interfere. These are things that we care about. These are the things that Democrat Darren Soto, who, by the way, votes 100% of the time with Nancy Pelosi, has not been doing. He is absolutely complicit with this. So, you know, people may say, by the way, I don't think it's a D plus 10. I think it's a D plus 8 if you look at the numbers. But even so, there's absolutely a path forward. We are going to win this, but we need people to show up, and we need people to help us get out the message and to give donations, because donations are fuel for the campaign. We can't get our message out. You know, you can have an amazing vehicle, Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever your favorite vehicle is. If you don't have gas in that vehicle, it doesn't leave the garage. You know, ammunition for the message to put lead on target donations. And so help us to get the message out. Let them know that I'm a unique candidate for this district. We are going to win this, and we're going to shock America.
I tell you what, if you're able to win this race, in a D+9 district, this is where we're going to win 70 seats, right? This is going to be the shocker of the world. These are the seats where if we put some money in and we have good candidates and you guys work hard and we get our MAGA vote out and we get you're able to get over 50% of the Latino vote, which I think a lot of these districts you will. And, if I'm sitting there election night and you win, what is it? What district are you in?
District 9.
And you win District 9, the Republicans are going to have an historic night. I mean, we're going to win 70 seats, 65, 70 seats, and we're going to have power for three, 4, 5 decades.
This is a bellwether seat. We're going to see.
I think you got a shot because the demographics there are changing. And if you can break 50% of the Latino vote, you actually are going to win this race, dude, Scotty.
I believe it. And what I'm trying to tell, the message I'm trying to tell Washington is get off of just the numbers and spreadsheet and get a feel for what's happening on the ground. Like Congresswoman Mara Flores, things are happening, but we need help. I'm not asking for millions upon millions, but give me some help here to put lead on target. I've already outraised, by the way, my opponent in individual contribution. He's an incumbent Democrat, a 3-term incumbent Democrat, and I've already outraised him on individual contributions. The only reason he's ahead is because he has PAC money. But that just shows the momentum. No one is going to outwork or have outworked Scotty Moore. Team Scotty is on the move. And so check out ScottyMoreForCongress.com, Scotty with a Y. You can see my social medias. You'll see my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook. You'll see videos and movement of what's happening and see for yourself. There is no one working harder than Scotty. It's not happening on Team Soto. If you look at Darren Soto, he is a no-show Soto. He's not anywhere. He's bland. He's vanilla. He's not.
What did you call him? No-show Soto?
No-show Soto. No-show Soto. He's not showing up. He's not showing up to the community. He's not engaging.
Because they're all entitled. Look, Scotty, they're in Democrat districts. They get all the money, right? They show polling their head by 20. Why should they show up, right? They're all entitled, right? It's like the Incumbent Protection Act.
And the people are sick of it, and they're rejecting it, by the way, John. They're rejecting it. And if we get out the vote, we had a very, very dismal Republican turnout for primaries. I think sometimes Republicans just assume that all Republicans are alike. And clearly we know with Liz Cheney and others, Kinzinger and stuff like that, we know that they're not the same. And so we got to get the right candidates through. Now that I'm the Republican nominee, we have got to get that vote out. We have got to get the mobilization of the independents and the Republicans out.
You got to get the Republicans out. We can't be the enemy of ourselves, arguing about who the nominee is, which we're still doing in all these scenarios. Totally ridiculous. Yeah. Look, I love what you're doing, Scotty. We've got to put our shoulder to the wheel. Action, action, action. This is no time to fight, no time to quibble about who should have been the nominee or who said what. We've just got to win, like Bannon said, right? We can accept nothing but complete victory. After we win, we'll figure all this out. Right now, we have to win or there's no country. And Scotty, you're absolutely epitomizing the kind of candidates that we need in tough districts to take it to the Democrats and no show Soto. Okay.
That's right.
People want to get
right.
People want to get in touch
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. People want to get in your touch with your campaign. Where do they go?
Yes. ScottyMoreForCongress.com. That's Scotty with a Y, Moore for Congress.com. Check out my social media, Scotty Moore for Congress, Scotty Moore for Congress on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to us. We will engage. If you are not in my district, you still can help me get elected, and that's why it's really important. If you're in California right now listening, or Arizona or Minnesota or Maine or Texas, you can still donate and be a part of it, because we're flipping the seat from blue to red. We're taking a vote away that votes 100% of the time with Nancy Pelosi, and we're putting it back to medical freedom, to securing the border, to bringing us back to energy independence, to fixing the economy, to giving parents rights and not calling them domestic terrorists, to stopping the indoctrination of our kids. This is what matters. We have got to flip the seat from blue to red. We have got to take back the House. I really believe we have to fire Nancy Pelosi to stop the evil agenda so that we can help save America. That's my goal. That's my mission. I need your help. Join us, please.
Scotty Moore, thanks for being with us, man. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
D9 in Florida, working hard. This is a seat. Tell you what, if we can flip a seat like this, it's going to be a massive victory. I'm still holding out for a red wave that is a tsunami, right?
Yes.
I don't believe these fake polls. And you got Rasmussen still saying Republicans are up by 4, which if that holds puts your district, right in play at 5. But look, the key is you're taking it right to the Hispanic community. And if you get over 50% of them, you win. I mean, that's
right.
it. That's, to me, is the whole thing. And you've certainly got an opportunity to do that. Scotty, thank you for being with us. Good luck in your campaign.